Well, good morning, everybody. Sunday morning. Not a lot going on here. Oh, good morning, everybody. Sunday morning. Hey, Lance, good morning. Blind Neil, how you doing? Skyfly, good morning. I see the rioting still is going on out in California. Hey, Lance. Yeah, not a lot going out there right today, Lance, with ships. Closest ship downbound is the Welland, which is up at the tip of the thumb. And the Algoma Bear is up there too as well. So that's about 3 or 4 hours away. Here comes Justin. Good morning, Justin.
What's up, Paul?
Another day, another day. How about you?
Same. Oh, yeah.
Now, do you go back to work tomorrow?
No, I'm on summer break.
Oh, okay. That's I kind of thought, but then I was thinking, well, it was a Monday. But yeah,
No, hell no.
good for you.
What's up, Dusty, Joel, Brenda, Lance? And we got Neil in the chat. Mm.
Brenda.
Did you get any ships today?
Yeah, I got one this morning, just after sunrise,
No.
and it turned out pretty good. Pretty good. You guys had quite the conversation going on last evening.
What are you talking about?
You and everybody was talking about the editing and also
Oh, you talking about Matt's channel?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's because Matt and Jim were both, well, Jim, I don't know so much anymore, but him and Matt used to be into, Jim used to be into editing a lot like Matt was.
Now you don't have any drones left, do you, Justin?
No, I ain't got nothing left.
Okay. I thought you sold your last drone was uh, a mini or something, wasn't it?
That was a Spark was the last one I
The
sold.
Spark, that's it. you'd hung on to that and you hoped that your daughter would like to fly it, but she didn't turn on to it, right?
No, she was flying it, but then she kind of fell out of it. But it was just the fact that just I don't know, just I didn't want to deal with it anymore. It's too much, too many rules and shit. Yeah, I don't feel like flying anymore.
Oh, Lance says he goes back to work tomorrow. Okay. Lance, when are you done with school? Is that like the 15th or something, as I remember?
Well, it's either gonna be this week or next week. Will be his last week.
Yeah.
I think it might be this next week. Might be the start of this week. Might be his last week. Like I said they're 2 weeks behind us. When we go, then they go 2 weeks after us. And then we'll be going back 2 weeks before they do. I think we go back the second or third week of August.
Here comes Mr. White. Good morning, Mark.
Not so bad, Paul. Thank you. You
What's
just
up,
in.
Mark? So,
Well, TJ's either at work or sleeping. I don't know. One or the other. Lance goes back June or is done for the summer, June the 20th. So you were right. He's got a little over 2 weeks left.
damn, do you guys not go back till September then? Or very into August then, I guess. Yeah, you must go right at the end of August. Or it's possible they don't take as much time as we do. I don't know. Oh, Lance got what, another year or two, and then he'll be on permanent summer vacation. Yeah, it looked like that riot piddled out yesterday.
Well, Port Huron area schools, including behind me, I'm guessing, they go until the 13th of June.
Hopefully Laura made it safely.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wish they had universal schools hours of operation. Yeah, Lance is waiting to retire.
He said he do about another year.
Yep. His wife is a teacher too, isn't she? I think.
Yeah,
Who, Lance?
Yeah.
yeah, she is.
Didn't he mention at some point in time that they were going to go to Hawaii for for vacation this summer? Or was I mistaken?
No, I
don't
think he
remember.
did. They went last year. I think they go every year.
I've never been to Hawaii. It's one of the few, one of only 2 states I've been to.
I went to Hawaii on a honeymoon with my number 2 wife.
I'm guessing the other state is Alaska then.
Yeah, that's the only other state I haven't been to. I've been through all the lower 48 ones at some point or another.
Well, when I say I was in California, I was in there because the plane ride to um, Hawaii was through California.
We went through a lot of, we did a lot of vacations when I was younger.
I've never been to Washington State, never been to Oregon. You know, Montana, haven't been there. Utah, haven't been there. I've been to Vegas.
Vegas is experience.
Never
Not
been
like,
never been to Arizona.
no, you ain't missing much there.
And I've never been down. I've never been down where Joe is. But I've been to Florida. I've been to the southern end of Georgia. And of course, all the states in between Michigan and there, I drove through those states, Kentucky, Tennessee, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we did a lot of traveling when I was younger, and then when I was from 17 till I was 22.
Yeah.
I was traveling around a lot by myself.
Ohio, Illinois, um, Oklahoma.
What's up, Nunya? Yeah, I went on like my own little like they do in Europe, the backpacking through Europe. I did that when I was like in my early 20s.
Oh, you backpacked Europe?
No, I'm talking about here.
Oh,
I was all over the United States.
So didn't you go to college then?
Nah, I never went to college.
Mm.
Sarah did, but I didn't.
yep. Didn't Sarah used to refer to you as her toy boy?
She still does.
Yeah. Here comes Joe. Good morning, Joe.
Up.
Hi, Joe.
Well, Joe being in the military, he's probably seen a lot of parts of the world.
Few.
It all
Seen a
depends.
few.
It all depends. Like, not you could be in the military but never really go anywhere. All depends on your position and
But
everything.
Joe liked Hawaii, didn't you, Joe?
I love Hawaii. Hawaii, California, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Okinawa, Japan. Uh, Went to South Korea for 3 days. That was it. I don't think any place else.
What was Okinawa like?
Hot.
Well, Okinawa is a.
All the people spoke Japanese.
I always wanted to go to Japan.
It wasn't really bad. Okinawa was pretty cool. It was different.
I was South Korea.
You used to
I wasn't there long enough to really know anything. I went there, found a club, drank at the club,
We might get a packet of cigarettes.
went out, walked around a little bit, and then got some clothes made, got some boots made, and 3 days later on the way back.
Okay.
They
Yeah,
made
you
the
never-
boots while I was waiting for them. Measured my foot and made the boots. I got a pair of leather boots made custom for me. They made them in about an hour and a half, and it cost me like about $30.
And they were nice?
Shoot, I had them for like 12 years.
Wow. Here comes David.
Tomorrow.
And then the food I ate there, when I got back, I was sick for 2 days. So like,
Philippines used to be a big stop back in the day, but they decided they didn't want us there no more, and we left, and now they're begging for us to come back. China's bullying them.
Paul,
Hmm.
I can tell you how Okinawa hour is. The same it was an hour ago.
Because I'm starting then a week that way, Monday. So we can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Jump, Justin.
Means go walk, Mark.
Eh?
That means go for a walk, Mark.
No, I can take it if you want.
Again.
I can take it if you want.
No, it's all right. I can manage.
I don't know why my camera is kicked off when I come on now.
Is this working? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid thing. Yeah. Okinawa is exactly the same as it was an hour ago.
Okinawa, not Okinawa.
Say it how I fucking want to say it.
Uh,
Oh, there's Laura.
I would get a chuckle out of listening to David try to talk some like um Southeast Asian comments, you know, like
Oh, the
Shih Tzu and
Shitsui.
yeah, there you go.
Made it okay, Laura? Everything good up there?
She's not got there yet. She only set off in it about 4 hours ago.
How long of a drive is it?
Not long enough. She's not rung me yet, so no, it's about 5 hours, 6 hours.
It's almost there then.
Yeah, but she's gonna have a stop on the way, so you can add an hour for that because the mum will take an hour getting out of the car.
Oh, she's in the chat. So.
Yeah, she's either gonna be on her phone or on my laptop.
She's
Said
halfway there, she says.
Must
She's
be
living on
walking.
prayer as well.
Oh, she left 5 hours ago. How's she only halfway there if it takes 6 hours?
That's it. She's walking.
Yeah.
She didn't set off 5 hours ago. She texted me at fucking 10:30 saying she was leaving. That was 4 hours ago.
Ah, okay. It's like the time don't add up.
Don't worry, Laura. I'll keep them all correctly informed. What is this?
We just stopped David, Laura said.
Cool.
And Brenda said good morning to Joe.
Good morning, Joe.
Laura told me to shut up.
So your new laptop actually had a SIM card tray built into it?
It did.
About time they start putting those on laptops instead of having to carry a hotspot around with you.
Samsungs. What your Samsung laptops have them now? Like you said, great idea.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd have to carry a hotspot box around with you, or your phone would have to have hotspot.
Hey,
Yeah.
Nunya.
Nanya's been here, Paul.
Yeah, but Nunya says, I think they are cool, and so is our little llama Laura.
What's
Nunya,
cool?
stop encouraging her.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. Stop
Well-
encouraging her.
All been bloody warned.
All she'll say is, shut up, Nanya, Eddie.
Yeah, shut up, Eddie.
And then he puts down, we love you, girl.
Yeah, don't speak for the rest of us, Sonia, okay?
Don't poke a bear.
She going up to Scotland?
Yeah. She is.
No, she'll only be about level with me at the moment then.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Thought she was taller than you.
Joe's
Oh,
on
Lord.
fire.
She's taller than David. David's really short.
Wait, what? Laura's not taller than me.
I said if she was taller than you, you'd be really short.
Yeah, what is she, about 5'5", 5'6"?
5'4", I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Laura would be at like lower chest level on me.
Well, it's not bad because if she's walking by and you trip her, she don't have that far to fall.
She don't have that far to fall.
This is why I said last night, put the wallet on the top shelf. She can't fucking reach it. It's where I put all the good biscuits. Top shelf.
You gotta throw something up there to knock it down. Watch. Train the
Oh,
bird to go up there and push the
Oh,
button.
she's tried that before. I've heard things go crashing in here.
Well, she's 5'4" and you're like 5'5.5", so it can't be that much higher, huh?
Tony Benson.
Me? I'm 5'9".
Yeah, okay, so if Laura stood next to David, David stood next to me, it'd be like a Russian doll set.
Let's put art in there too.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? The amount of failed 3D prints I keep finding.
I watched the beginning of Bill's show a little earlier, and Art said he went in to give blood and passed out after it. I'm not surprised. A pint of blood off Art must be nearly all he's got.
Poor Art. It's done nothing to us and he still gets abused. I recovered my 3D print from last night, Justin.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I printed that box and I hot glued it to it this morning. Worked a treat. I wish that sun would make up its fucking mind.
Well, looks like the weather's nice in Paul's area right now.
It's still kind of cloudy, but yeah, it's not. Could be a lot worse. Could be better, but
Well, it looks like there's a lot of people out there on the water.
well, it's Sunday.
I'm almost certain Paul lives near me because we seem to have the same weather. Every day we seem to have the same weather. When it rains here, it rains where Paul is.
Nanya, we love you too, buddy. Glad to have you in here in the chat.
Again, Paul, don't speak for all of us. Only
everybody-
joking, Ed. We'll have you.
What did Eddie ever do to you?
Encourage Laura. He really did.
Well, it's not you, David.
He encouraged Laura. Back at him.
What is encouraging Laura have to do with you?
A lot. Come on, Paul. You've seen what's happened to poor Justin and poor Joe. They get abused now.
You mean Justin gets abused by his wife?
Laura.
Yeah, you not hear it every now and again. You'll hear Justin say a wisecrack to Laura, and then just give it about 4 minutes, and you'll just hear Sarah go, slap. And Justin go, oh, do it again.
That ain't no threat. Nothing but a good time. Sarah's not even here anyway. She's up at church right now.
Nanya's in K-Pac. Okay.
This is when she comes home from church and she's like, Justin, come here. Slap, 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 slap. There for Laura.
We were like 20 minutes into the service yesterday. She goes, "You've had enough of the church, haven't you?" I said, "You know me too well." It just comes off so culty. I can't do it.
See, I don't mind going to church at Christmas, but I can't do it every Sunday.
just, I just don't have the same worldview that religious people have.
I go at Christmas because I edging my bets.
Goes at Christmas prays, he gets better gifts.
Wake up Christmas Day and get the same shit I got last year.
Christmas was all right when midnight mass was actually at midnight and not at 5:30 the night before.
Yeah.
What midnight mass are you going to?
Oh, our midnight mass is at 5:30 now.
Yeah,
Midnight
they
mass.
give them the day
It used
before
to-
now.
Used to be at 8 o'clock. Now they do it early so that people can go to the Catholic club after mass rather than before it.
Yep.
So in other words, they don't want the drunks in there.
Yep.
Well, midnight mass here is at 11:30 in the evening. Well, looks like I'm going to have to go out and buy some more bin bags.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't do church.
Well, you saw the size of our church on that funeral, didn't you, David?
Yeah, that reminds me, I've got to download that for you.
It's bloody massive. And it used to be filled. Now we're lucky if we've got about 50 people in it.
Do you a question? Do you have a computer?
I do, yeah.
Right, so if I download it, put it onto Google Drive for you, you'll be able to get it from there.
It's an Apple.
How many
All right,
gigs is it?
download it onto Google Drive. From Google Drive.
Well, how many gigs is it?
I don't know yet.
Is it might not be, I mean, he might have enough room on his phone to download it. Just
Well,
send the
what I was
link.
thinking of doing is downloading it and editing the bit, you know, where it goes quiet, where he goes from the church to the cemetery.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll cut that out.
bit out, and then that'll shorten it down a bit. All right, a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got to keep some of the comments in.
Oh, yeah.
Mark's streaming this. That was funny as hell. Every now and again, I just hear this voice going, "Is there somebody there?"
Oh, that was Chris one, I think, when he was walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there somebody? Is there anyone watching this?
Oh, he's never done like a live stream before.
I don't know whether he has or he hasn't. I mean, he was in IT at one point, but mostly doing like cell towers for, I think he worked for Rico. Started off as an electrician, then went into the computer side of it and stuff like that. Now he's a motorbike instructor.
Sounds like he's progressing well.
Well, he teaches the police riders now as well.
And they label IT people differently, right? Like, there's some people that are considered IT, and all they do is like replace mouse and keyboards all day on people's computers.
Yeah.
Or they might like upload a program
Yeah.
or download something to a computer for them. Nothing like super extensive. Now you got people like Corey in IT, that's fucking ripping servers out and building server rooms. Like, that's some serious IT right there. Or you're like Sean, doing where you have to do a fire watch where you literally just have to watch for fires all night in the server rooms. Like that's how important those rooms are.
I'll probably be able to download it onto my iPad. That's a 1 terabyte, so that'll have plenty of room.
Yeah. I mean, I can still do the memory card. It's just that I've bought fucking 2 of them now, and they've been shit. A lot of dodgy fucking memory cards out at the moment.
Oh yeah, I bought this off-brand one time off Amazon. I was like, yeah, I just needed a couple cards for a security camera or something crazy. And they had a 4-pack and it was like $20. It was like 4 16 gigs, I think, something like that. Man, fucking 3 out of the 4 didn't even work right out the gate.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
I bought one from Amazon, SanDisk. Yeah, and when it came, you knew straight away it was dodgy. Yeah, because San was spelt with an E, and Disk was spelt with a DIKS. It's like someone's gone wrong here somewhere.
That's why I tell people if you buy off Amazon, buy it directly from their store. The
It was
SanDisk
put
store.
directly. Well, it claimed to be directly from their store.
Because there's a lot of counterfeit memory cards going around online.
Yeah, no, I got half of them.
Oh, I knew what I was doing when I bought those memory cards. Like, I knew they were some cheapy off-brand, but I was like, I didn't think they were going to be that fucking bad.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's stupid now because with Amazon over here, you've got to send them photo ID to get a refund.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they go fuck right off.
If they just verify you at the very beginning when you set up your account, it shouldn't. That way you don't have to do that every time.
Like I said to them, if they verified the fucking products before they sold them, yeah, we wouldn't need to verify who we are to get a fucking refund.
Mm.
Amazon just got too big to its own fucking route. What its problem is. Oh, look, my what is it? P60? Yeah. How much tax I've paid? Nothing. How much tax is deductible? Nothing. How many stamps paid? 52. Now, to me.
Yeah, I didn't go on bills last night. Stayed up until 4 o'clock on Matt's on Friday. I didn't fancy doing it again, and he went on till about 5:10 in the morning here, Bill, by the looks of it.
They were up a long. They were on a long time last night.
4 hours and 9 minutes, I think it says.
Yeah, that's not too long.
It is when it starts at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, but it's about average, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Paul's had some streams that have gone on for like 6 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, but Paul's never been here for them.
Yeah, I was about to say because Paul's going 3 hours.
Not always. He's not. Didn't used to always be that bad.
Well, the stream was on an hour yesterday before he came back on.
Yeah. See that, Paul? You're here, giving them a service, giving them a place to come and talk to us all, and all they do is moan about you.
Complain, complain,
He
complain.
ought to just leave it on all day and just leave his chair there. He'll get more views.
Yeah.
Most of the day, it's just his chair with 19 people watching.
Every once in a while, he can walk by it.
Mhm.
It does make me laugh, though. He gets more views when it's just his chair than when we're all talking.
Maybe that's what we should do, and then we could call it Paul's 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the anticipation. You see the empty chair and you're like, is he coming back? What is
Well-
going, and especially if you're somebody that's not familiar with the stream, you're just looking, you're like, what's going on here? And you just kind of want to sit and watch and wait, see what happens.
Well, all we have to do is put that little clip I have of him where he's falling asleep and his arms are sitting there like this going.
Yeah, just put that
He
as
goes,
a live
he
stream.
goes,
Yeah, put it on a
and
WhatsApp.
then have it do that about all day. You know, go,
All you do is just put it as a background.
Put it on an endless loop.
yeah, endless loop.
Just put the picture as a background and just leave it there. It'll just sit there all day, won't it?
That's like Jason forgot to turn his stream off last week and it was running all night with just thanks for watching and a picture of him. You know, I got up at like 8 or like 5 o'clock in the morning. There were still 5 people sitting in there watching. I don't know if they
Hey,
were
brother.
watching or if they just left it up on their computers.
Well, y'all have you've heard Paul. Paul said he gets up in the middle of the night and he said he has problems having a stream.
You got to remember,
Oh,
though,
He has
Jason.
problems turning his stream on.
You gotta
So we
remember
got to change.
Jason was
We got to
born-
change it from Paul's stream to Paul's dribble. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, just a little sprinkle for Joe.
Gonna be tech. I don't have a problem. Gonna be tech experiences or adventures with Paul Murray. You know.
Justin, don't forget, Jason did have a stream where he left his microphone on and
Yeah.
went to the lavatory.
oh, no, check this out. So it was funny because we were talking about that one day and Jason was editing this video he was doing on his live stream, right? And he was editing, he was showing the video he did for when he was tree cutting. And he was doing like a live edit of it. And then he realized that he went in the bathroom with the camera to go take a crap. And luckily he caught it before he got to that part of the video.
Ah,
And he forgot he took his camera in there with him. He was laughing. I was like,
Well, the camera must be under warranty because if you wipe with the camera, it's not going to be good for it.
but yeah, he's done that a few times though. It was pretty funny. But no, the one day he did it. I was just sitting there and I was listening to his live stream. All of a sudden I hear peeing and I hear, oh, and then I hear, and he just puts out a nice big fart. He was like, oh, that felt good. I was like, what the fuck?
that's that rice he's been eating.
I was laughing my ass off. That shit was funny. I asked him, I said, did you take that off the live stream, edit that out? He goes, no, I had to leave it. This was too funny. He did a good job on his grout yesterday in his bathroom, his shower. Jason's got a nice ass house.
Right, we're just got to edit that bit to the ass bit and then leave it.
Yeah. Take the word house off.
Yeah, just edit the bit where Justin's talking about him going to the toilet and then put that bit. Justin's
Yeah, he does have a nice house.
Too late. You've already said it now. You can't edit it out. What is this list?
All right, looks like Laura's on the move again.
Are you tracking Laura?
Oh, she's in the chat.
Oh,
Oh, Lord.
She said I'm on the move again. She said she stopped a little while ago. Chat.
Oh, the road again?
But she stopped.
Yeah, they must have stopped for a break or something or to eat or something.
David, didn't you tell her you put that tracker on her?
I didn't put no tracker on her.
Thought you said you slipped the tracker into her drawers.
Well, they're going straight up the M1A1.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, there's not much to women's underwear, so I think she'll notice an air tag in it.
Especially as it'll constantly beep going, there's an air tag near you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does
You
it
know-
after what, the first 12 hours or something, it tracks you or
Yeah,
something?
how the hell can they expect it to be a security thing if it keeps telling people that there's one there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because there was all these stupid videos
Yeah,
that were
no.
coming out.
Oh,
People.
yeah.
Yeah, there was people claiming that they were being tracked by, like, you've seen every other girl's video on YouTube. Oh,
And
I found an Apple tracker in my gas lid today. Yeah, 90% of them are bullshit.
You've
Now,
also-
how long will they last with it before the batteries go bad?
24 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 years.
No, it's about 12 months.
24 months. Says on the packet.
Yeah, well, it doesn't.
The package that you bought, that you stuck on Laura? Atta boy.
It doesn't because I've got to replace the battery on Ripley's tag
Do-
soon because it says it's low.
Do you replace the batteries or you just replace the whole tag?
No, you
replace the
can
battery.
replace the battery. It's just a 2032. 2032.
2032.
Okay. That's how I
Mm.
figured.
But obviously, if you replace it and replace it with lower quality one, then it's not going to last as long. But the
I didn't know you could take the battery out of it.
It's dead easy.
You can actually disable the speaker in it as well. But it will still tell the phone if the phone is nearby. When you walk past it, it'll tell the phone there's an air tag.
The back of it is just like a bayonet fitting. You just push it down and twist it.
That's what I told her to do the other night and it didn't work.
Little Llama Laura says we're gonna fall out.
Who is? Why's she going to fall out? Put your seatbelt on.
Oh, dude, I was watching. No, speaking of falling out of a car, I was watching this body cam footage the other day, and these parents got arrested. Their 4-year-old flew out of the car. All these people saw it happen, and then they just left. They just kept going,
Yeah.
and then they come back like 20 minutes or so later after the cops get the kid, and they're there interviewing all the witnesses and stuff. And they were like, "Oh, we didn't even realize the door opened." How the fuck do you not realize one of your doors opened on your car?
Mm.
I know when you're
Also-
going down the road, you know when a door opens.
Well, you have that thing on your dashboard that lights up.
Yeah,
So
most of the new ones beep when the door's opened. Yeah.
But the thing is there, yeah, but the thing is there was, an adult in the back seat and 2 adults in the front seat, and all 3 of them claimed they didn't realize the door opened.
Well, what
I was like, there's
was the kid hurt?
He was a little banged up, but nothing serious. Because they were going around the corner at a stoplight, and apparently he opened the door and fell out. But it just the way that the parents, you could tell the parents just weren't all there. Like the whole car smelled like marijuana when the cops pulled
Mm.
him over, and yeah, it was a really bad situation.
Well, the kid was probably high.
I mean, it is a bit bad if somebody was in the back seat with the kid and didn't notice that it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like the whole their whole story just didn't make sense when they were trying to explain it to the cops. So they ended up getting arrested for child endangerment because there was drugs in the car as well.
Whose
Well,
pupper
well-
dog is that?
At 4
That's
years
what-
old, it should have been strapped into a child seat.
That's the thing too. There was no car seats in the car. And there was
Mm.
another child in the back seat with the adult, the other kid that fell out. And
Mm.
neither one of them were in car seats.
So there was two kids in the back seat and one of them fell out.
Yeah, it was two kids, an adult, and then two adults in the front seat. And they weren't paying attention or whatever. I don't know how the hell they supposedly didn't see that.
Yeah, you can just imagine it, can't you? Mary's being quiet. Where the fuck's Mary?
But both the kids were supposed to be in car seats and neither one were.
Yeah.
So that was another thing the cops got them on.
Hey,
That
Joe,
happened to my, What?
you keep a car seat for your granddaughter?
no, I don't want one in my car because I don't need her in my car.
It's a great pickup thing though, Joe.
There's no reason I need to bring her anywhere or pick her up anywhere, so I don't have a car seat in mine.
Justy's kept his in his car just so he
But
wouldn't-
that happened to
Yeah, I'm a magnet.
my wife, the second wife, when she was like 2 years old. She was in a car seat, and they turned the corner in the car seat. They forgot to strap it in, and for some reason the door opened up. The car seat flipped out, hit the pavement, slid all the way to the curb, and stopped. With her sitting up in it, and when they got over there, she was laughing. They stopped and looked at it and said it was slid all the way across between two cars parked, hit a curb, and stopped.
Laura, I would hope that's your mom's dog, Laura, because you don't have a dog. So,
Now, Mark, I got this air tag
No,
here, and I
Mom's
can't
got
find a
that.
way to get. I could push on it, and I feel some resistance, and where it pushes in a little bit, but I can't get it to turn.
well, I know she sent me a picture of the dog and she said, "That's my mom's dog." I said, "I would hope so, because otherwise, you guys picked up a dog, somebody's dog off the side of the road."
Knows how vigilant they are being, Paul. I just shared that picture like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't in front of my computer.
Joe, there's
He
videos
moans about Paul walking away, leaving his chair.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Look,
He does it all the time.
videos on YouTube showing you how to change it.
yeah, I'll do that.
What do
It
you
works
use
right
yours
now,
for?
so. But what I use this one for? It's in my case with the Mavic 3.
So you're tracking your case.
Yeah, I got it buried up in there. And then I've also got Velcro on a little case that comes in that I can put on top of the drone if I decide to go somewhere where I can't get to it.
And you might have to turn it opposite. It could be opposite threads on it too.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be the opposite way.
No, they're not threads. It's just a bayonet fitting. It just
Well,
pushes, turns slight. It only
Yeah.
turns about 1/8 of an inch.
well, maybe it's because my fingers are slipping on it,
Could be.
but that might be it. 'Cause it
Uh,
does feel like it's pushing in a little bit. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I've got 3 brand new ones in my safe because I bought a 4-pack and I've never used the other 3.
Mm. Yeah, I've got one on the dog, one on the cat, and one in the car, and a spare.
I just realized my son's leaving next Friday to go to North Carolina, and Father's Day is Sunday, so he's leaving before Father's Day.
Yep.
That figures.
Good planning.
yeah, if you look at it, Joe, look, it looks like they're just clips. There's
Yeah.
the battery door, so you just got to get something in there and just pry up on it real easy.
No, you push down and turn.
No, you push down and turn it.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you can see that, yeah. Oh yeah. I see the little slots now. So you push down and turn into there. Okay.
Don't worry, Mark. We'll have to educate these Americans on these American-made products.
So it looks like it would go what, left.
Yeah, it's gonna be left, but
Yeah,
that's
anti-clockwise.
Do you have a cover on it though? It
what do you
says
mean a
rem-
cover on it?
Is there? You don't have a? Oh, there's little covers you can put on them.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
the
have
one
one.
he was doing. He said take the cover off first, so he had a cover on his.
I
you
got
put
one of these
ca-
little
put
cases
them in
you can put on.
case, Yeah.
He had like a little silicone cover thing.
Yeah, you can get silicone covers. You can 3D print them and stuff.
You can get solid ones that are magnetic as well, so that you can stick them on things.
Yeah, like up under a car or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dude, I've seen so much body cam footage now too. That's how they've been tracking people's cars now and shit. The cops, somebody's car gets stolen.
Yeah,
I
could
saw
you
him.
imagine now? Right?
That's why I've got one in the BMW.
Yeah, but someone secretly put one on your car. You're in the car with your iPhone and you're going down the motorway. It goes, there's an AirTag following you. There's an AirTag following you. There's an AirTag following you.
You know the real daft thing about it is that when it tells you there's an AirTag with you, you can actually make it beep so that you can find it.
Yep. No, the person that stole your car knows where it is.
Yeah.
That's why you take the speaker out if you're using it for tracking on the car. You can take the speakers out of them.
It'd be complicated, but yeah.
No, it's not.
Good.
You just open it and unclip it. It's only on a ribbon.
I don't know. I think that whole feature is stupid as shit.
Hey, Justin, can you see the screen?
The funny
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, now
This
can.
is why you don't fly sideways. That's why you don't fly the Air 3S or any drone sideways that doesn't have sideways. Watch.
it looked like the drone kept you from hitting it.
Kind of close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your drones got the side sensors, don't they?
No. Got the back up and down.
back in 5.
Yeah, the Air 3 didn't get it. The Air 3S has got them sideways, and the
Yeah.
Mini 4 Pro has.
Yeah, as soon as I made the turn and started to go up, the back kicked in. But I was going with it wasn't close enough to the back.
So you stopped the drone?
I didn't stop it. I went ahead and as I started going, when I saw the green, I knew the tree was higher than me. So I just went up and forward.
Huh.
So I knew I wasn't going to hit it going forward, you know? And I knew it was the way they're shaped out there. I didn't have it. I knew I didn't have anything above me. But I was in a part of the river where it wasn't as wide as the other one. And I forgot that I didn't forget that I was right there. I didn't think about it being not as wide, you know? Yeah, that would have ruined my day yesterday. Yeah, I'm all set to go fly through that tugboat. But my problem is that we got thunderstorms and stuff happening all week, and the winds are 17, 18 miles an hour. So it's like, come on, man, give me a good day. As soon as I get a good day, I'm going to do it. Because like I said, I got up there the other day and looked through it, and I took a really good look and mapped it all out. No, if I go straight through the middle of that back window, I should go clear. I want to go through it. I want to have easy acro on. Once I go through it, I'm gonna come out the front, and once I clear the tugboat, I'll do a 180 slide, make it slip around, look at it. Then I'll come back around the sides and play with it. I might come back a second time through it.
What y'all need to do is get out to that tugboat and cut those cables off the windows. You have to repair
Well,
wire cutters.
it's really thin wires in there, but that far apart. That's why I'm thinking, shouldn't be about that far
Oh,
apart.
yeah, I've seen the picture. Yeah, it should be far enough to get through there, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm worried about is if you come in the back, you got to come up. If you come in the front, you got to drop down a little.
I can't believe that they didn't force those people to pull that boat out. That's ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't just be able to have a boat and just neglect it and then it just sit there and rust away in a public lake like that.
Well, they're getting ready to do some work around the lighthouse that's not that far from there. So I
Uh,
got a feeling they're going to shore up a lot of things, and they're going to put another break wall out there. Yeah, I think that when they start doing all of that, they're going to come clean it up, and it's going to be gone. You know.
and the people that left it there should be charged for it.
Oh, I agree.
That's crazy. Dude, how you gonna just have a boat, neglect it, let it sink right there in the river or right there in a public lake, and then you're just gonna leave it and nobody says nothing?
Well,
That's
like I said, a few years ago, you saw the picture. It looked pretty good. They came out one night it was a New Year's Eve night or Christmas Eve night, filled it full of Christmas trees, dead Christmas trees from a lot that didn't sell. It wasn't even dead Christmas trees. They just filled it full of all the Christmas trees, poured gasoline in there and caught it on fire to see if they could burn it and see what they could do with it. And it caused they didn't know what started the fire. They were all there watching. Fire trucks showed up to put it out, and they said no, they had started the fire. It's got gas in it, and they wound up putting the fire out, right? And then they charged the people because it was illegal burning and all of that crap. They threw it out of court. They threw it out of court because they said they really couldn't do anything about it because even though they did burn it illegally, it was their property, you know? So they should have still convicted him or something out there and made him move it. Because where it was the way it looked before, it didn't look as bad. It was good.
well, not
Just
only
leave it there,
that.
you know?
Well, not only that, that boat did it have a motor and everything in it?
It's got everything in it.
Yeah, so
You got
you sit there and light it on
oil.
fire and you're dumping oil and all kinds of other shit in the
Yeah.
water. Yeah,
It ought to be an environmental deal now, you know?
yeah, that's
With
fucking crazy.
57 degrees, 16 mile an hour winds gusting to 32.
Yeah, we're at 18-mile-an-hour winds. I'm looking at my tree out in the back. Now, right now, it's not moving. A minute ago, the thing was waving at me. I'll probably take a ride out there anyway and look at it. Because if it's like 10 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour, I might do it. But if it's gusting to 18 and 19, oh, hell no. I got the song written and everything all ready
Oh,
to go.
does it look windy outside?
Like I said, I looked outside, like right now, it's looks like it's 6, 5 to 6, 4 to 6. But then a minute ago, I looked out there and the branch was going, waving at me, you know?
Mhm.
So, be my luck, I'll get right in there and get one of those freaking 19 gusts, and it'll be a whirlpool on the inside. Somebody said, watch me get in there. As soon as I get in there, the thing will collapse.
That was me that said that the other day.
Yeah.
So that's when that one piece of metal down there was supporting the whole ship decided to rust out.
Yeah, as soon as I get inside, the vibration from the drone will make it collapse. Oh, that would suck, wouldn't it? The good news, I got video that'll be still running, so I'll have it because it's in the goggles.
Are you going to go through with the Avata?
Yeah, because the next flight is the 100th flight. So what I want to do is I've got the song written out. I worked 2.5 hours last night on Suno, putting this song together. I've got 4 versions of it, all a little bit different. And there's one of them I really like. And let me see. I actually got 6 versions of it. I changed it around I kept changing it around a little bit. And it's about 3 minutes, 14 seconds. But I also have one 3 minutes and 5 seconds I kind of like the most. So I've got to have a 3-minute, 14-second flight. That's what I'm thinking of to have it sound good. I
Well,
mean,
put
I
on you.
mean, I worked on that song last night.
Do you do
I
an
did
intro and outro?
Yeah, kind of. It's a little, not a lot of intro, but outro. Those two have a little bit of intro. Intro in one of them is about 4 seconds, and the other one's about 8 seconds. And 8 seconds
So
is good because when you start the drone, it gets up and hovers for a second. But you see what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that song, put it on my phone, and when I fly it, I'm gonna have the song. I'm gonna fly it with the song, so I'll be listening to it, so I know when it talks about having to go through the tugboat. You know.
Mm.
Because the part of the going through the tugboat, let me find it. Should I got it on Word? I could have pulled it up there. It was easy. Yeah, the part says it says Avada 2's 100th flight under Joe's command. Rust and Steel make a daring stand. Through the gaps where shadows play, the Avada 2 dances all the way. So it's going to be pretty cool. That's why I've got it in there twice saying that. So I've got to go through it twice. But I mean, I was listening to Bill's show last night, working on this song, and I kept putting versions together. I couldn't get it long enough. I had to I had to put the chorus of the bridge in again. Then I took it out, and I finally got one that go 314. And I just kept changing. After listening to the first one, I had one part I loved it, but I just didn't like the beginning of it because it said Captain Joe's got a need a thrill. I want it for a thrill, so I had to change that around. It sounded better for a thrill. You know, it's just a Vada 2 screams through the sky, low and fast, it's time to fly. That's where it starts off at. But it's gonna, and then I tried different versions of it with different types of music. And the one that I really chose has female and male vocals, and it's harmonizing vocals. And then I put band crescendos and modern production to see what that did. And you got like it's like a big band type of song with them doing it's pretty good.
Joe,
that was
right, I have a version for you, Joe, but you've got to hear me out, right? Let me finish, right? You got to go. It's a Vada, and Captain Joe uses as a chopper.
oh, I know that song.
Yeah, yeah.
We're
No, what you
gonna
do
write a song for Paul's channel. And
actually,
we're
you
gonna put it out
could
here. It's gonna be Paul sleeping at the wheel.
do that, Joe, to find a song that you really like a mainstream song.
You don't
Yeah.
Go
even have to
grab
do
the
that.
lyric. No, that you feel like fits the Avada, and then you go and you put it in Suno, and then just switch some of the lyrics around.
You block it, copyright.
No, won't. I've done it
But
2 or
the
3
best,
times.
the best thing to do is just go on Copilot, tell it, give it a few commands, what you want and everything, and then just tell it to produce a song. That's what I did. I put all my charity events in. I said, pick me a song, and it made a really good song.
Yeah, but what you're gonna like about it is the end of it, the outros. Outro says Captain Joe with a steady hand, the Vada 2's glide, bold and grand. The sky is home, the tug below, the Vada 2 steals the show. It's the best drone ever, 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 ever,
Yeah,
ever.
that doesn't even sound like a song. That sounds like a poem.
That's what I mean. He's doing too much poetry rather than a song. So go on Copilot or ChatGDP and just
No.
tell it what you want.
That's when Jogo does his slam poetry on the weekends.
Yeah, but you put your commands in there, let it build you your song, and then you edit it from that. Change it around a bit, add your little
No.
extras in there.
It's good. Wait till y'all hear it.
No, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I did it
Oh,
2 or
fucking-
3. I did it 2 or 3 times in Suno, where I took a mainstream song lyrics, put it in there, and switched a bunch of shit in it, and then it didn't block me from doing it.
You've got to end it with and we know it's a successful flight because I've still got both my arms.
The chorus is the one. I sat there and I went through it, and like I did, I let it make the words. Then I went back and I said, okay, I'm putting it in Word, and I put it in there. And I said, I don't like this. Let me change something like this. Let me do this. Let me. That's how I do it. I go through and I start. It starts clicking to what I want. And then the chorus, I changed the chorus all around because I wanted to talk about easy acro. And it said, no manual mode, no need for stress. Easy acro is the best of the best. Through the wind, it carves and roars. It carves and roars. Avada 2 opens up all the doors.
Two
So
poetry,
it's,
two poetry, two thing. It's not going to get anywhere.
you got to hear it with the music. That you
No,
see, it's not. It doesn't. It they don't sing it like that.
it's not music. It's poetry.
You got to hear. You got to hear the girl when she starts singing in the background, and she goes higher and higher, and at the end, where they go ever, ever, ever.
Oh, it's
ever.
it's a girl's voice. Is that what your
I
program?
got both. I got male and female harmonizing. Harmonizing different parts. I've got orchestration crescendos in there, where you got the orchestras in the background, you got the trumpets in there, you got it all. It's making a big band type of production for it, and it's not just it doesn't just flow in poetry. It might break in between and then come into it a little bit different. You know, it's like it's written in a funk electro, rhythmic. Let's see all the stuff I got on there. I did a bunch of different things. It's rhythmic, male and female vocals, groovy funk, orchestration,
All right,
layered harmonics, modern
I'm
production,
back.
wall of sound.
Hey, I'll be
So-
back. I gotta run out real quick. Be right back. Not right back, but you know what I mean.
So it's got all of those different features in it. So it changes the whole way the song's sung. Just the words are there, but the whole way is different, the way it's sung. I got to put it on my phone. So I'll have it out there. I keep forgetting to do it. Where's the 314? I think it's the last one. 317. Pretty sure that's it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's 317. It's the song. It's the one.
What's up, Randy?
I had props. $56. Might get it 305. I gotta listen to it. Yeah, it's the 305. That's the one I like the most. So Trump deployed the National Guard, and the mayor of LA is saying, we don't want them. They're tough.
What's that for?
Because over those riots yesterday,
Did
but
it-
it fizzled out right at the end there. So, but they're gonna probably just walk the streets for a few days just to reinforce it.
Oh, is that the one they were on about yesterday where some guy was driving a scooter around a burning car with a Palestinian flag on him?
Yeah, yeah. It turned out it was just a Mexican flag. It wasn't even Palestinian. As they were out there protesting the ICE being out there deporting people.
Hmm. What is ICE? Is it Immigration, Customs and Excise or something?
Uh, Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement.
All right.
Go, Joe.
Captain Joe, USA drone flyer. He's got a cap pulled low and a grin so wide, flying high with his drone on a digital ride. Call him Captain Joe, the sky's his own. They all salute the king of the control of drones. Zipping through the harbor past turbos blowing steam, dodging every tree like he's living in a dream. He loops and he dives with a Maverick's flare. That Avatar drone's dancing through the air. Oh, Captain Joe, USA drone flyer, buzzing through the clouds, never touching a wire. With the joystick swing and a camera's eye, he's the airborne legend of the open sky. Kids on the docks pointing up with glee. Look at that drone, man, it's faster than a bee. Through laundry lines and under bridge beams, he's weaving like jazz through a New Orleans dream. Now what goes up must come down, and Joe brought it in smooth, no frown or crown. He landed it light, gave the crowd a wave, till that drone turned rogue like it just misbehaved. Buzz, there's a path, crash. It spun on the ground with a furious whine, LEDs flashing like it's off his mind. Captain Joe yelled, "What the heck did I do?" Then it chased him round the yard like a wild kangaroo. Oh, Captain Joe, on fire. You dance with the wind, now your drone's on fire. It loves the sky, but it hates the ground. Better run, Cap Joe, it's going another round. He's the man, the myth, the airborne pro. Just don't stand close when he lands it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, except for the fact that it called it an avatar instead of an avatar.
Yeah, well, that's because it's a USA website, so it doesn't know how to speak.
You gotta put in there, for it to say Avata instead of, it won't say Avata. You can't get it. You gotta say Avata and you gotta put a D.
You got to put an R in after the first A. So it says avatar.
Yeah, I've tried all of that and it didn't work. I always come back crazy. So you just make it sound like it's saying Avata.
If you want, Joe, I can send you the lyrics to that. You can use it as much as you like.
Yeah, send it to me.
Can
I
you?
I love the bit where it says it goes rogue and goes after him.
Yeah.
Can you do a
Run around
va and then
like
space
a
with huh?
kangaroo.
Yeah, it knows you well. What was that, Justin?
Can you do a va and then space it with a tuh and get it to try to say it?
Maybe.
Well, like I said, I'm going to send Joe the lyrics and he can play around with it, can't he? I can assure you that the outcome won't be anything like that. He'll be taking a lot of that shit out. He ain't fucking attacking me. That's how it is on how soon I'll put it.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what, if you put the thing in 3 times, it come out completely different 3 times.
Yep. But there you go.
Thank you. I got this. You know how on the desk they got a little strip of molding they put around all the time?
Yeah.
I
around the
just
edges.
touched this one, it almost came off. So I'm super gluing it back. It's good. The super glue put it back.
See, and that was using ChatGTP to get the lyrics. Because what
Pretty
I
good
like
idea.
about- yeah, because what I like about ChatGTP now, I can put in Captain Joe America, and it will search the internet to see who Captain Joe America is, and it will get you information, which is how it must have found that you've been attacked by your drone. Because it was weird how it put that in there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's telling me they know too much. It's scary, isn't it?
See, the good thing is the stuff you create through ChatGTP and through Copilot, you actually own the rights to. So when you put it into Suno, you still own the rights to it then because you've done your own lyrics.
Yeah, I pay the $10 a month so that
Yeah.
I get the copyright on it.
You see, I was paying for it, but then they kept trying to charge me extra and extra and extra. I was like, fuck off. They claimed a glitch in the system. It's like, yeah, but when you try to take money out of my account 4 times in the space of 5 minutes, luckily the bank spotted it and stopped all 4 of them.
Oh, that just looks suspicious anyway. When
Yeah.
you're getting the same charges back to back like that.
Yeah.
Because my bank would do, or PayPal would do that too when I was, if I was ordering a bunch of V-Bucks. Because it would assume that somebody was just using my card to try to get a bunch.
Well, remember I told you I had an issue with one of my credit cards with this one bank. And I went in there and they made me send a picture of myself, my ID, and all this bullshit. I said, this is really bullshit because if you notice, these are the only 4 charges that come out on this credit card every month. And now you're going to tell me you're suspicious? So we're sorry about all of that. They got 3 credit cards on that same bank. I get another credit card all of a sudden telling me the payment won't go through. I went in there, they took the payment. So that's somebody scamming it from somebody. That's got to be somebody in the bank. You know what I mean?
You know what
Got to be somebody in the bank that's being able to get into your accounts.
Yeah. You know what pisses me off over here? I can go online and spend 500 quid. No check. None at all. Bam. Done. Go into the fucking pound shop. 1 can of Dr. Pepper, please. Boop. Ah, we need to security check this. Back off.
And I told the guy when I called back, I said, the payment's been taken out on this card. And he says, yeah, I see the payment's taken out. I said, let me just put a note in the account. I keep getting shit from y'all like this. I'm going to stop paying all the accounts. I've got a friend of mine, I'll file bankruptcy, it's an attorney, I'll file bankruptcy, and y'all got to kiss my ass. I said, because it don't matter to me. You know? I said, y'all won't get your money back. Because I got nothing to lose with bankruptcy because I only owe money. I don't have anything, that they could take from me. And it's not that I need to do anything because I could sit in this apartment for 10 more years. But we play games, I'll just get all that money taken care of. You know what aggravates me the most though? You see all these things that are advertised all over the place. If you're more than $20,000 in credit card debt, contact us and we'll give you the $20,000. You don't have to pay it back. So all those scams right there, if it was true, I'd run up $20,000 and go get it,
Hey David, went in Tesco yesterday and I spent £8 and 5p. and I used my vouchers to pay the £8 and ended up paying 5p on my card, and they let me.
Yeah, they do.
What do you mean by you paid a voucher? Like what?
Oh, they give you club card vouchers.
Yeah, you get club card points, which
Okay.
changes into money. So the more you spend, the more you get.
We've got about 20 quid for Christmas. That's what we do. And then they send them out in October. You get them in November.
Fuck's
And then
sake.
you wait until they do their little freezer offer where they do you 3 joints of meat, free veg and stuff for a tenner. You go and buy all them. Use the vouchers and pay for nothing for Christmas dinner. And then you invite everybody round and say, look at this bread I've put on for you.
Yeah, you're right, Nunya. It kind of pisses me off when I get a call like that. Or they'll and I told them, I said if they charge me $35 each one of these places that wouldn't take out, y'all paying it.
Well, it's like when I was with Wells Fargo, right? They used to get me for just shopping online or whatever. Every little purchase, they would contact me. Is this you? Yes or no in the text message, and I would just hit Y for yes and for no.
Well,
And
yeah,
the one
text me and
purchase,
ask me.
the one purchase I thought they were going to make a big ass deal about, never even got a message for, and that was when I purchased something for Matt on Amazon in Australia and had it shipped to his house, and not a single fucking notice from him. Nothing.
I'd have called up and we had a fit. Look, Paul went to, you said boat, he went to chase that boat. That's what it is. He must be outside cutting the grass. Because it's about time he cut the grass.
Yeah, it's only about.
Oh, he's had enough and he's on a ladder getting those, he won't let the squirrels do their job. Is he down there? There, that's his car, right?
I don't know. He didn't say he was going to get a ship. He just said, "I'll be back. I gotta go
Yeah, he
somewhere."
didn't, but there's a white SUV up in there behind the pole.
It's hard to say if that's one of his.
He's probably not. He's probably not there because he's probably sitting in his chair because he was falling asleep here.
Don't matter.
How you like this house right here? Pretty nice, huh?
Oh, that is nice.
And they must be Greek.
That must be that's what those houses look like in that one neighborhood that's about 20 minutes from my house. And they'll be like, some of them are 3 times that size. That's a nice pool right there.
And look at all the columns in it, and that right there is a waterfall that's coming off and reclaiming the water here and running it back. But look at his land right there.
It's one of those like infinity pools or whatever.
Yeah, that is nice. You know what's nice about this? You not only live there and got the money to live there, but you walk out here and you sit on this little deck right here, and I bet you catch catfish, bass, everything, all because all these pads right here.
I'm gonna be honest, though, it's kind of a ghetto deck for a house like that.
I wouldn't care.
Like
could
that
be
deck,
ghetto.
you'd expect that deck to be like, you know,
You need the cover on it.
yeah, you would expect that thing to be all enclosed, barbecue grill pit built in there and all kinds of other shit.
You see, the water will rise here, and if the water rises, it probably gets up to close to about where my cursor's at right there. Probably doesn't get to the pool, but if the water rises enough, like during hurricanes and stuff, it might be about 3/4 of the way. So I would have that deck You see how he's got the poles?
Like I would
But
want
if-
it partially screened in, not the whole thing, but
Well, I would have it to where it's floating, basically. That when the water rises, it rises. Because my sister had one like that. It was set up to where it floated, but it would rise as the water rose. And but I'd have it closed in with all my shit on there. So when if it rose 3 feet, it can go up 3 feet, up to 3 feet. You know, it's not going to go higher than 3 feet there. And that right there is about 10 inches, 8 to 10 inches under that right there. But that's a beautiful house. I saw it and I had to go take a picture of it.
is that house sitting lower than that water line though?
No, it's
All right.
all elevated back.
Yeah.
It's probably about a foot higher, probably more than a foot higher back there.
Yeah,
It's
dude, if I
probably
look,
probably about 3 foot higher. It would take a lot for that thing to
you know
have
the
a
best
problem.
way to build your house out in an area like that, like especially in an area in Louisiana where it floods a lot, is you mound your property up, make it a big old mound higher than everything around it. Then you put the house on stilts, bro. You got plenty of.
Yeah, and
You
don't
know,
forget to put your flag on the top and call it Pretoria.
Exactly.
you know what the problem is though? A lot of the places won't let you do that because of the runoff on other people's property.
Well, if I had a house like that, I'd just buy the 5 neighbors around me and they can fuck off. Dude,
Got a
just what
point.
Zuckerberg did in California, bro. He bought that big ass mansion and he bought like the 5 or 6 mansions around him and then booted everybody out. Now he's just got one big ass piece of property. He didn't want any neighbors, so he started buying up all the houses around his mansion.
Yeah, that's a beautiful house.
Yeah, he's probably got I would say where Zuckerberg lives, he probably got a $500 million in property. Just right there. You're talking about he lived in an area where the houses, properties are like, 50, 60, 100 mil. And then he went up and bought all the properties around him. Yeah, he probably spent close to $500 million on it. Which ain't hurting him any. Shit, he's worth like what, 180 bill or something like that.
Yeah.
Question: do you reckon Mark Zuckerberg, gets his most recent post, or does he get it like 6 months after?
Honestly, I would not be surprised if he doesn't spend any time on Facebook.
No, I'm not on about that post. I'm on about his post in the post. Yeah,
Uh,
does he get it? Does he get it most recent, or does he get it
uh,
6 months after?
he probably gets a hand delivered to his front door every day.
We get it hand delivered to our front door.
Well, most famous people don't use their mailboxes anyway because obviously you have to worry about people coming by and stealing your mail and shit. I honestly, I'm gonna be honest though, people in that position of wealth probably don't even look at their own mail. Everything just probably goes straight to an accounting office. If it's junk mail, it gets thrown. If it's bills, they pay it, You probably don't even look at your own damn mail.
It's a pizza delivery.
Yeah, he's got his own secretary.
Yeah, that's why I said you probably never even open a piece of mail.
Yeah. Still gets his weekly Mormon letter. Because that's what they
He
start doing around here now. They don't knock on your door, they send you mail.
I mean, you probably wouldn't even get. I mean, obviously, if you're that rich, everything's auto pay. Boom. Just you don't even ever see it.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about what's in your account. It just gets paid. I guess it was like Rogan said. He goes, "I'm rich, but wealthy." He goes, "That's definitely up there with Bill Gates, Elon, fucking Mark Zuckerberg. That's wealthy. Completely different."
Hey, see, that tree is not moving at all out there now.
Dude, I wonder if like people that aren't worth a billion hang out with a billionaire if they feel like shit. Yeah, you're worth
When I
like a
was,
couple hundred mil and your buddy's a multi-billionaire. It's like, yeah, fuck you.
You're getting food stamps and they're worth a couple of billion.
No, I'm just saying, I wonder if rich people get envious of each other's wealth like that. It's like you're worth a couple hundred mil, dude. You really don't have to ever worry about bills if you're smart with your money. And your buddy's worth a couple billion.
Yeah, but what about those that who, you know, the best friends with a billionaire, but they're on food stamps?
Dude, if you're best friends with a billionaire and you're on food stamps, that ain't your best friend. 'Cause they wouldn't be letting you live like that.
How do you think people become billionaires? They screw every fucker over.
I'm just saying, if I was a billionaire, and my best friend was down on his luck and to the point where he was on food stamps, I probably would give him money to help him out.
Yeah.
Unless it was one of those recurring problems like, a drug addict, something like that, where throwing money at him ain't going to help him. But then I would get him help, you know what I'm saying? That's what a best friend would do.
Yeah, but that's because we haven't got money. That's why we think that way. But a billionaire with money doesn't. They're like,
But the
"Fuck."
thing is, though, is rich people don't tend to hang out with poor people. They tend to hang out with other rich people.
Yeah.
I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, like, look at some of these famous rappers. It's just a perfect example, right? They get famous, they don't leave the neighborhood they came from, and what ends up happening is somebody that's envious of them kills them. Dude, when you get that rich, dude, you got to hang out with your own kind. You ain't slumming it down at Walmart with all the poor people.
Talking about billionaires, here's Lance.
I really feel like you'd have to hang out with your own kind at that point.
Good, Lance.
Morning, Lance.
Morning, guys. Why isn't my camera working?
I'm glad you said something. I'm about to boot you.
So was I. Did you got double kicked?
My camera isn't on again, and I'm not in the car.
That's because your face was hurting.
I just wanted to show you what the Pacific Northwest looked like, but I guess I can't.
So we ought to have gas prices going down after about a year real good. Because they opened up so many millions of acres in Alaska. Stop. Drilling.
Yeah, it won't take those oil companies long to get in there, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I know they're ready to go.
Them boys are ready to make money. They'll be in there setting shop up real fucking quick.
They're probably on their way now.
No, they're making the roads to get to their sites now. That's
Yeah.
the first thing they do is they have to build their roads. They literally have to build infrastructure.
Hey, Lance,
So I
I
said-
told Johnny, I said, when you got back, did you get your V-copter? I said, because I got mine. And he goes,
Oh, you got it?
you didn't get yours. No, I didn't get it.
Oh.
You didn't get yours.
I'm flying mine.
Daddy
this
actually sent me
afternoon.
2. One of them I thought was yours.
Yeah, I should message Johnny and be like, yo, did you see Joe's new V-copter? Thing's badass. Everybody just start blowing up Johnny's phone.
Do an unboxing of a V-copter. And fake it. Do a 3D print real quick.
He didn't go on vacation very long.
Uh, about a week.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Saturday to Sunday to Saturday.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was Sunday. Well, he said they could stay till Sunday, but they were planning on leaving Saturday. I don't know if he did or not.
He said they need a vacation now.
Because the guy told them they could stay an extra day if they wanted.
Looked like
Probably
a nice
'cause-
place.
Well, whoever cleans that house, if they're not the ones that upkeep it, their company probably doesn't come until Monday anyway. So that's probably why they told them they could stay. That was a nice Airbnb though,
Yeah, it looked like it.
but like I said, there's a whole neighborhood here in Florida about 30 minutes from me, and it's all Airbnb.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
entire
Mike,
neighborhood.
good.
Not a single regular resident lives in that neighborhood. It's just all Airbnbs, but they have a big cleaning company that comes in and cleans them.
Well, Airbnb might be a thing of the past over here.
Like, I'm okay with Airbnbs if they're not mixed in with regular neighborhoods, because that could cause problems.
Well, that's what
But-
they were doing here. In New Orleans, they were putting 3 or 4 of them on a block with regular people. And the city council went in and started banning them, saying you can't put them in. And then they said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Since y'all want to all fight us and everything else, they said, because you can't do this to the people living there. They went out and they did a lottery system where they allowed so many Airbnbs total in the city. And you had to put in for the lottery system to get it, or you didn't get one.
Yeah.
And it held up in court. That was the best part. And it was limited. It was limited also to one in the neighborhood. So if 2 of them in the neighborhood, if one got it, you're never going to get one. And if people were doing that near the parade routes, so they'd get out of here for the parades and then rent their place for like $2,000 a day, you know? But it held up in court.
Because people don't have anywhere to live.
Hey, Lance, did you see Russ the other day talking about airspace?
I did not.
He was talking about, I was going through, he was talking about the drones and the new ban and all this, not the ban, the bill. And then he came back and he had another one about, do you own your airspace? And I said, let me go listen to what he said on this one. And he talked about the law that was given to that guy
What's up,
with the
JB?
chicken ranch. And he said that he didn't sue him for the airspace. He sued him for it hurt his business. And they said that was what they basically ruled on. He said, but according to you do own your airspace from ground to infinity. It is your airspace. But you also, because of modern technology and planes and drones and everything like this, it's the Supreme Court said that you also have to have an easement, meaning a transitional easement for those items. So in other words, the drone can fly over your property even though you own that airspace.
Well, it's the
Uh-huh.
same as an easement for a utility, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they
same
don't
thing.
have a choice but to go on your property, and you don't have a choice in the matter at the end of the day.
Right. And he said the best example is if a guy's got a tree and it's hanging over on your property and it's harming your I don't know, it could say peace of mind or just interfering with your enjoying your area,
It's
you have the
endangered to
right
your
to cut it
property.
at you have a right to cut it at your property line.
Yeah, it's same here in Florida. You can do that. If somebody's tree's hanging over your property, you have the right to trim it back to their property
Yeah, you
line.
trim it back on your side, have it
Yeah.
just be flat on that side, you know?
Yeah, we had 2 cherry trees on the same side of our house, one in the backyard, one in the front, that overhung on our neighbor's yard. And they would complain all the time about the root systems killing their grass and, the branches hanging over their gutters. So I would try to trim back all the time. Finally, the root system thing just kind of pissed me off. So I cut both the trees down. And the root system is still there, killing their grass in the front yard. But nothing I can do about that now. Tree's not there. But yeah,
Well, all you can
So-
do at that point is you have to chop the stump up and everything,
yeah,
grind it out.
yeah.
Roots
And
will
I
die
did that.
off eventually.
Yeah,
Put
and I
some
did that
poison in
on
there and
my-
then you'll kill all that grass.
I did that on my side. I chewed up the roots or the stumps. So it'll take a year or two before the root
Yeah,
system.
eventually it'll die off.
Yeah, tree grows back.
My brother-in-law, when he lived in Anaheim, he had a woman behind that had avocado tree. I never knew it was a tree. And I went out there and looked at it, and it hung over about 3 feet into his yard. But he didn't care because it'd be full of avocados, you know? So
Yeah,
he just picked the avocados off of it. And she came over and says, "You like avocados? I hate them." He says, "Well, you hate them?" He says, "Yeah, you can have all you want." And she was just an old lady living there, right? And
Yeah.
he says, "Well, do you have a problem if I make a gate right here where I could just come get them?" She says, "No, do it anything you want." So you go over there behind the bush. He had a gate. You go through her yard and get all the avocados you wanted and come back. You know?
Oh,
Very
dude,
good.
that was like that house. Remember that I was on the live stream that day and I was at that real high end property and they had the avocado bush there and it was just covering the gas meter and it was just full of them, dude. I grabbed a whole stack of them and shoved them in my bag.
Yeah.
I love avocados.
The
I was
last
like-
time he got the dog, he was picking avocados up and took the dog at the same time.
That was like Matt when he went on that scooter and he found the mango tree that was overhanging and picked all the mangoes off it.
Oh yeah, that tree was just hanging over the wall and just had tons of mangoes just hanging on it.
Yeah, they had a guy like that in Hawaii when I came down from Camp Smith. I'd be coming down the hill, and as I made that last turn before I got to the main highway, there was a guy's yard, and he had a big mango tree in there, and there was mangoes all over the ground. So I stopped the one. He was out in the yard walking around picking them up, and I walked over and I said, "What do you do with all your mangoes?" And he goes, "Throw them away. I hate them." And he was a Hawaiian guy. He said, "I hate them. They just a pain in the ass." I said,
love
"Well,"
mangoes.
I said, "I'll buy some from you." He said, "If you want to stop and fill up your," I had baskets on the back of the moped. I put all my stuff in, so I don't have to worry about my hands. And he said, "If you want to stop and fill them up, just come on in." You know, because it wasn't a gate; it was just a little concrete wall, like a brick wall, like about 2 feet that did his property line. He said, "Just step over and come on in. I don't care." Like this. And he said, "Whenever you see him on the ground, just come get him. You know, get him the day on the ground." He said, "Because they start rotting after about a day." So I'd come down the hill and I'd see him on the ground. I'd pull over and he'd be sitting on his porch. I'd wave at him, walk in there, talk to him a minute, fill up my basket and leave. You know, he was glad somebody was picking him up. He didn't have to go do it.
Yeah.
I had mangoes forever. And then next to I had 67 banana trees. And then I had papaya and I had passion fruit and all of that on the base. I used to go up there before I leave and pick them and go. So I never had to buy none of that.
Well, that one house I got the avocados from, they weren't even there. That was
Oh,
that
yeah.
neighborhood where nobody was ever living in the houses.
Yeah, I would have enjoyed that too.
Like these houses were empty all the fucking time. It didn't seem to matter what time of year I was there. It was like
Damn.
these big mansions, but it was
Me.
like these people probably go to it once every couple of years, you know?
Yep.
And there was only about 7 houses in there of actual full-time residents that were there
Yep.
all the time. But you go up to every single house and you would look through the windows and just all the furniture would be covered in plastic. Nobody in the house, no cars, nothing. There were some houses that had two guest houses. There was 2 of them that had two guest houses. Those places were fucking huge. That neighborhood would take me all day doing, and I would usually have it would take me 2 or 3 days to complete it. Just the amount of meters that were in there. Yeah, I played the new Fortnite last night. I played a couple matches last night. Jason and them.
Right.
I went live kind of late.
Yeah, what's it like, Justin?
It's not bad. It feels like one of the old maps, and they got all
Hey,
the
Donald.
regular guns on there, and couple of futuristic things, but nothing crazy. Couple like laser guns, but that's about it. But it's a whole new map, though.
Laura said Whiffy Wolf was back.
Whiffy Wharf. I'm trying to remember if that was there.
Have you got swords?
I haven't seen any swords though. They got gloves and different things like that again. And now the little guys that you used to pick up
Yeah.
to heal you. Now those are weapons.
Oh shit.
Like one is a laser. He's a little Superman, and you can shoot lasers at people with them. So they don't actually do any health. And then one of them gives you dashes. It'll give you 3 quick dashes every time you use it. It's definitely better than the last season for sure.
Anything's fucking better than last season.
The only thing I liked last season, my favorite thing was that damn sniper. I think it was so nice. Fuck some people up with that sniper. What's up, Donald?
So where'd you go, Paul?
It's supposed to rain.
Uh-huh.
So I went out and mowed the lawn real fast.
So y'all.
Hold it.
See a bunch of tall ships coming in.
No,
I'm looking on your screen behind you. Are those a bunch of sailboats?
it's just local sailors going out for a sailboat race. It's Sunday. It was a Sunday race.
Tall ships are like the old school ones, right?
Usually 3-masted, but there's some that are tall that are 2-masted, one on the stern and one on the main. But tall ships are a different breed. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe some of the prices of some of these like big super yachts. Oh my God, they're like 300, 600 million dollars.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, well, that just underscores the fact, Justin, that you and I are not in that category.
Oh, I know I'm not in that fucking category. You don't have to remind me of that.
Tell him, Justin, you got the Stickley fortune. Speak for yourself.
Well, Justin doesn't tell us about the Stickley fortune, but that's okay. You can keep that secret to yourself. It's personal.
You know his mattress is made out of $100 bills.
Well, the Stickley furniture empire is big.
Right, time to cry.
Justin, we want to talk about your secrets.
Where's that one?
But
Oh yeah, this Black Pearl one. Look at this boat.
Oh yeah.
$106 million. Look at that. Those are some big ass masts, man. I'll
Well,
tell you that.
not only that, do you imagine the maintenance for just the sails and the crew? That'd take about a 6-man crew you'd have to have on board all the time.
Oh, actually, probably more than that. You would have to have, because you'd have to have like a house and serving staff too.
Yep.
So you probably would have 5 or 6 people just doing that. I would say that's probably a crew of 20 to 30. It wouldn't surprise me. Plus, you'd have to have somebody that's a secondary captain too that has the ability to drive it when the captain's taking his breaks.
Okay, Laura, have a good day.
I can imagine the maintenance on that thing's probably a couple mil a year easy. I just don't know if I like them. I mean, those masks are huge and they're cool looking, but it's like, I bet that limits you a lot of places you can go.
You see that sailboat right there, Justin?
Yeah.
That's like I used to sail on when I was in high school. I used to sail on that and crew for sailboat races.
Well, you guys had like a sailboat club at school or something?
No, the guy that owned Bilo Oil here locally, Todd Lawrence, he used to have them.
How many people in the neighborhood have lived there longer than you, Paul?
Nobody
Bob's
that
the
I
only
know.
one that's been there since the Flintstone days.
Well, you gotta remember, that's Paul's parents' house too. So his family's been there probably a good, what, 70, 80 years?
Yeah.
Not longer?
Paul still has the caveman club behind the front door.
How long did your parents live in that house before you got it?
Well, the house was built in 1933.
By your family?
No, my parents got it from another family.
Yeah, but when did they buy it though?
They bought it in 1951.
So you weren't born in that house.
No,
You lived somewhere else as a toddler.
no. I was born in 52.
Oh,
They
okay.
brought me to this house.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you guys been in there just a year longer than you've been alive. What, 74 years?
Yep.
Yeah, so your family's had that house for 74 years. That's a long time.
Is it here?
And that legacy will die with me.
Yeah, it does kind of suck. You don't have nobody to leave it to.
Were you an only child, Paul?
No, I have a brother that I don't have anything to do with. He doesn't have anything to do with me either.
Nephews,
Doesn't?
nieces?
He's a teacher.
No, does he have
Nephews or
kids?
nieces?
Oh yeah, he's got kids, but I don't hear from them either.
Oh, they might come. Would they have they could come in and take your stuff then, right?
Why now? Why now? I don't hear from them at all.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying if they wanted to, I guess they're your only living family. So,
Well, there's living family and there's actual family, and they might be.
well, I know that, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
but
like,
living family gonna come take it after.
yeah, that'd probably be.
Younger brother or older?
Older. 4 years.
Okay.
You know
So
what? Freaking hate onions.
he moved into that house with your parents then. He was not born into that
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, he would have been 3 when they moved in that house. Then Paul was born a year later. So on it.
Morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Yep, say good morning. There they are. If my camera was working, you would see that they're wearing bikinis.
Must be nice out.
What are you looking for?
Joe,
It's
which
very
one
nice
is
out.
that?
That's Tina.
Lance out there looking at girls in bikinis. He's breathing hard and his
looking?
camera's out. Hold
All right.
Justin, you wouldn't move here if you saw the weather today.
Show
Rainy
your
and
by
wet.
your face.
It's nice out here right now. It's a little warm, but it's nice. Sunny.
It's supposed to be
Light
90 here
breeze.
today, the hottest day of the year so far.
Yeah. Stop licking.
Golf tournament yesterday, Mark, was beautiful for me. We guy in my fortune
looking
got
for?
closest to pin, which is nice. He won just under $1 million.
That reminds me of Boone.
Morning, Donald.
Boone is a liquor.
So she said.
Why do onions have to make you cry? These stupid things.
Police officer in the neighborhood. What's going on?
87 feels like
They're looking for you,
97.
Lance. Run.
Looking
Yeah.
at you, looking for
I
you, looking
ducked.
at those girls in a bikini.
Oh, another one. There's 2 of them. I'm
Uh-oh.
ducking. They're
Better
looking
go.
for me.
Yeah, we'll have a high of 93 today, Lance.
Oh,
But our feels
your
like
place?
temperature's a lot hotter. Yeah.
uh-huh.
Like right now, our
Look up.
feels like temperature is 98 or something, or 96.
Uh-huh. Look up Olympia, Washington.
Gotcha
It's
now,
just
gotcha
south
now,
of
gotcha now,
Seattle.
gotcha now.
It's going to be probably 92.
Gotcha now. Look at them people.
Olympia usually gets hotter than
Yeah.
us.
See them people? Fight him. Look at that. Look at you.
Is that Port Angels, Washington?
No,
See,
not
look at
Port
you.
Angeles. Olympia. It's our state capital. Olympia, Centralia, Chehalis. They usually are 5 degrees warmer than us, and they're inland. They're right on.
State capital, you said?
Yeah,
Okay. There's 67, feels like 79.
what's it going to be?
High is gonna be 90 with, and you're at 73% humidity. So yeah, it's gonna be a warm day later. Especially with the high humidity, it's gonna be that sticky heat.
Yeah. Hold all the fans out of the garage. We can't afford AC.
You don't have any air conditioning?
Oh no.
We're at
You
the
would
school?
use it. No, at home.
Oh,
You would use it 5 days a year.
Wow.
And Jonathan. Didn't know.
hell no.
He's in.
But you have to live on a teacher's salary, innit, Lance?
Yep, exactly.
I don't know what it is over there, David, but teachers here make a pretty good chunk of money.
Teachers over here are practically just over minimum wage.
Oh, no way.
Oh, we've got
Lance has got to be making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year.
somebody
Well,
new
it's
in
more
the
than that.
chat.
You're funny,
Yeah.
Paul.
No, I think he's more around 100.
Oh, you think he's
He's
making
good.
100? Okay.
Oh yeah, he's got tenure. You know, he can walk around there and do whatever he wants.
Drop my keys when I want it, right,
He makes a
Justin?
lot
Yeah.
of money because he knows me.
I'm sorry, Lance. I didn't mean to undercut what you make.
Hey,
That's okay. Dre knows exactly what I make. Because his wife makes about 20 grand more than me.
Is her cost of living higher in her area?
Yeah.
Hers is, yeah. California.
Yeah, that'd be about the right adjustment, I guess.
Now, Lance, your wife's a teacher too, isn't she?
That is correct.
Yeah, I'll tell you who makes a lot of money is those big those professors at the big universities.
Yeah, they're overpaid.
They make bank.
She lives 1 mile from our house, which is nice. So she doesn't have to drive very far.
Did
And
you
my
ever think
wife
about
is-
doing college, Lance, at any point in your career?
Yeah, online I did. I've got a really good friend. She, in fact, she quit public teaching and went to college online and liked it. But she quit with 19 years in our system. You need 20 to be vested. So my buddy, he said, to his wife, you need to go at least 1 more year in the public education so you get that money.
That retirement money, yeah.
Yeah, so she went back. She's been teaching now again for about 4 years in the public system, but she's still doing online.
On the
She's
side.
doing it,
Yeah.
on the side. So she's making some pretty good money.
Yeah. But Lance, we have to hold you to the same high standards that these fuckers try holding me to. So I've got to ask the question: why does she live an hour away from your house?
A minute,
She
a mile.
teaches.
A mile.
Hey,
Yeah.
David,
Why?
they don't teach at the same school.
Yeah, but she doesn't live in the school. She works.
Mm.
He said she lives
Yeah, she lives a mile away.
instead of works. I'm just holding it to the same standards that you guys hold me to. When I make a little mistake, you pull me up on it and rip me apart.
Oh, okay. Thanks, David.
Oh yeah. So Lance,
Yeah, but you deserve it,
Like,
David.
Lance doesn't live-
Hey, Laura, tell him to shut up.
Because Laura's not around.
Laura's
Yeah.
dropped
Yeah,
out.
because you live in that country with all that backwards shit, you know, the
And,
baked tea, they
Land-
eat Marmite, you know.
She could
Beans
say
on
what she likes, but she's actually nearly 600 miles away.
Oh, okay. She
He-
visiting family?
She's gone far enough away that he's having trouble with her tracker.
Laura, don't marry him. Don't marry him.
Hey Lance, I couldn't live in a country where they call cookies biscuits and biscuit scones.
And don't know how to make proper tea.
Oh,
No.
here we go.
Oh dear.
There it is.
And they put beans on toast instead of beans on rice.
Beans on rice? What the fuck?
No, don't put baked beans on rice.
Never
Yeah, I
said baked
thought-
beans. I said
I
beans.
red bean.
Yeah, we don't just put any beans on toast. It has to be baked beans.
Well, it's still the same thing. Only thing I put baked beans on the side of my plate next to a hot dog.
Put green beans on.
Dog.
You can put kidney beans on rice so long as they're in a chili.
Oh.
Well,
I sure don't put Marmite on anything.
Nor do I.
Be smart.
there's nothing wrong with Marmite.
Nothing fucking right with it either.
Did you see
When
what-
Right 401 fails?
David, did you see what Russell put in the chat?
No.
He put David, comma, none of the other people on the panel wear a dress, but you do.
No, I don't.
Baked beans on
Wait,
mashed
what?
potatoes is good too.
Oh, yeah.
Hard fest.
Yeah, baked beans in a baked potato is good too.
Also, you don't understand. Justin wears a dress when he's not on here, and so does Captain Joe. We know his name is Captain Joanne.
Captain
Kevin.
Joanne.
We've seen you with the earrings. Yeah, we've seen you with the earrings and that lady's t-shirt.
You should have seen me yesterday when I had the shirt inside out. I'm walking around Walmart and people smiling at me, you know, and all of this. And I get home and realize the shirt was inside out and the tag, everything's hanging out the back and everything else.
Joe's walking around Walmart going, "Oh, I'm feeling attractive today. Look at all these ladies looking at me."
Well, the good news is that I couldn't really, actually, you couldn't really tell unless you got, didn't have a tag. It was just the V in the back, and the lettering was in white and it was gray, so you could barely see it. So from a distance, you'd think it's a shirt, and you couldn't tell the front because it was still buttons in the front. But I was so proud to put that shirt on because that was a size extra large instead of a 3X, and it fit me perfect. That's telling you I'm losing that weight.
Who's that?
That's
That's Frank.
Yeah. Oh, so. Yeah, just.
So Frank.
Frank? Francois.
The Canadian guy.
Oh, so. It is JB. Frank. Yeah, amateur.
Is this Frank the Tank?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's me.
Good morning, Frank.
Yep.
I want to walk. I don't really see anything.
Right. Just so, because JB in the chat doesn't know what you guys are talking about, I'm dressing up for charity in October.
Frank.
That's what they're talking about.
That's his excuse.
That's his excuse.
Oh, let him explain.
But I want to point out, I'm thinking I may go full time on OnlyFans because people have paid over $1,000 to see this.
There you go.
And
I
the
have no-
thing of it is, he had a big dilemma trying to figure out how high heels had to be.
There was no fucking dilemma. Laura picked them darn things.
David, I have no problem of coming out of the closet for you. I really do.
Wait, whoa, what?
Lance.
No, go get your
Later.
I am now concerned. Because I was never in a fucking closet.
See, Frank,
People
what you
start
got
coming.
into here, you know?
If people start
Yeah,
coming out of the
I'm-
closet, I'm muting everything and killing my camera.
I'm thinking I should go at and buy one of those silicone dolls from Japan
There you
that
go.
looks really real and set that up on the
Good
bed
morning.
and take a 1/24th scale and say climbing on curves and putting that as OnlyFans to see how many people would tune in.
Oh my God.
We're back down the OnlyFans route.
Well, you know what I find hilarious, Frank, is all of these things on YouTube about or on about the androids available for marriage and available for intimacy and all that stuff.
Hey, they got AI programs like that already.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy one of those because it probably electrocute me.
Bzz, bzz. You get a good buzz.
I'd get one with a short.
Do you want to know how realistic they are?
They are pretty realistic.
Yeah, they are. As soon as you open it, the packaging, you need to put your bank card details in.
Yep, they go shopping for you and everything. Hey, Joe, that'd be cool for you to take an Android out and go shoot the sports stuff.
No, nope. Maybe at a college game, but not around the high school girls.
Don't want to get jealous now, do you, Joe?
Nope, not insinuating anything at a high school.
Well, if you really want to watch him blush, ask him how many of the parents come up and hug on him.
I don't blush. I'm proud of all the single moms up there come and hug on me. They come hug on me all they want. I'm waiting for them to start offering me food. When I start losing weight, they might think I'm feeling bad or I don't have money. They want to offer me dinners or something.
When Joe goes back and they've all had a whip round and made him a food basket.
Yeah.
They come over there bringing all your favorite casseroles to you.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the 21st and the 22nd when I go out there and they got the 7-on-7 because of the food that's going to be there. God, don't it? At the hospitality room, I usually make a plate. I was making a plate that I could eat for 2 days. I make that same kind of plate. The way I've been eating lately, it's going to be 3 or 4 days.
How the hell do you lose tomatoes?
Always keep out of reach of children.
Do what?
There's 4 tomatoes and now I've only got 1. There's 1. Oh, there they are. I'm making a curry, by the way.
All you guys eat over there? Curry.
Yeah.
You're making a Rogan Josh.
No, it's a Indian-inspired tikka curry.
You said pizza curry?
Tikka.
Pizza curry.
Tikka.
No, I was laughing at what
KKA.
It
No, I
sounded
was
like you
laughing
said
at what-
pizza.
I was laughing at what Joe said.
That's all I was trying to think of. Pizza curry? What the hell are you talking about?
Tikka.
Crazy
Tikka
ass
is a
country.
type
You
of-
guys have just given me a great idea now. Next time I go to the pizza shop, I want fucking curry on my pizza.
He's saying
Well, no.
teacher. He's not saying pizza. He's saying teacher.
Yeah, he said teacher curry.
Yeah, you can get
To
a
teach
chicken.
you how to make curry. That's what he said. You're
You
gonna
get
get a can of
chickens.
Hormel chili, put a couple of hot dogs in there, a little hot sauce, and say it's a curry.
All right, somebody get a translator in here. I'm pretty sure he said something about going on the offensive.
Rewind.
Tikka is an Indian marinade.
American Indian or Far East Indian?
Far East Indian.
Where's Donald when you need him?
He's in there. He's listening.
He's monitoring.
Okay.
Yeah,
So put,
say hello
so
in
put a
the
little
chat.
bit of red gravy in a dish and a couple pieces of meat and throw some of this Indian hot sauce on there, and then I can tell them I got a curry. There you go. And
It's
put it in the
called-
microwave.
You gotta microwave it, right?
Yeah.
Your microwave.
That's the British way of heating things up. You microwave everything.
No, they're still old
Yeah,
world, so
you
they don't
work
have
in the
microwaves.
If you work as a chef over here in a kitchen and you touch the microwave, the fucking head chef will chop your hands off.
Why?
And probably
Why is
put
there
it
a
in the
microwave
stew,
then?
right?
Microwaves are
Why,
there for
why would they have a
emergency.
microwave in there?
They're there for emergency purposes only.
Oh
You know,
no, they cook
restaurant.
with microwaves here.
Nah. Everything has to be cooked fresh over here.
Well, it's fresh in a microwave.
No, it's not. It's fucking frozen or pre-made.
It could be fresh in a microwave.
Could be fresh in a microwave.
It could be.
Yep.
Yeah, my microwave works as a convection oven and a grill as well.
Yeah.
So does mine,
Yep.
but it doesn't fucking used.
Joe puts his his fresh tea in there. I mean, he puts his bag and his cup and
Well, yeah,
water.
that's what he does.
Fresh water.
That's the
you know?
way David has his microwave just to make proper tea in the microwave.
Fucking down.
I don't.
What are you
Lance,
talking
you got it
about?
wrong. I put the milk in there first with the tea bag, and then heat it up. And then when it starts turning a different color, then I stir it up, and then I pour some hot water from the tap in it, and a little lemon juice.
Pack it in.
Even when your tea goes cold and you try and warm it up in the microwave, it tastes funny.
I know.
But look, Joe didn't tell you from when this whole argument started that we have a kettle button on our microwave. It just
Yeah, we
press
got a
it and
kettle
it boils
button.
water.
I don't give a fuck if you've got a fucking microwave. You ain't putting water in there.
And I put a
Donald.
sticker on mine that says proper tea.
Donald has the right idea. You boil the water in a kettle,
It
then
says
you
property
freeze it,
of
and then you
Lance.
take it out and heat it in the microwave, and you've done it in the kettle. You got kettle water.
Yeah, but every time you boil water in your microwave, you're causing rust, right? And that rust eventually will start seeping into your food. Now, we eat proper food, not microwave.
What the hell you got in a microwave you got? I don't have
I
a
want to know. If I put a glass jar in there, or a glass cup in there, and water out of the tap, how in the hell it got rust in it?
Well, see,
Over time, the steam builds up on the top and gets into all the little nuts and crannies and starts to rust. You would
Well,
have
ceramic on the inside.
microwave
There's nothing to rust.
Yeah,
No,
and
your
inside
microwave-
our microwaves, it's all ceramic.
No,
All
it's not.
microwaves get replaced every 2 years.
I think you'll find that the microwave is painted with an enamel paint. It's not ceramic.
Correct.
Well, that enamel paint isn't going to rust.
we got this cool thing over here called
Flake off
asbestos.
eventually.
Yeah.
We use asbestos around here.
I tell you what, I don't know where y'all watch the news at that tell y'all this bullshit, but y'all need to change channels.
We don't need to watch news. We don't watch the you fuckers.
Oh,
You
God.
listen to us, you'd be doing your tea in a microwave.
Why? I've got a nice fucking kettle here. In fact,
You
listen,
find out how much better. I'm sure the kettle doesn't rust, huh? Come pick it up one day,
Winding
and the
them
hole
up.
pop out in the bottom.
know,
It's gonna be full of rust.
listen. The kettle is on.
Mhm.
Well, you stick it in the air fryer. Same thing.
Stick in the air fryer. Oh, God. Stick in the air fryer. Same
David's
fucking
on a
thing.
roll, isn't he, Joe?
Yeah. Hey, Lance, I'm gonna air fry my tea tonight. See what it tastes like.
Air fry your tea.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
Morning.
Pretty good. Got a little more burnt taste to it.
What do you think, Frank?
I don't think it's dangerous. It's dangerous to think the way you guys think sometimes.
Frank, I'm with you 100% on that.
You totally got to air fry some tea now, Joe. You can't bullshit about that.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna do a short of me air frying the tea.
I'm waiting for that short to come up.
Now,
Hey, Jay,
whoever
you
was
got-
saying
JB,
about
you got a point. Cast iron.
whoever was thinking about the microwave leaving rust residue and going in the food, he probably thinks the earth is flat also. So I let him just talk and
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
say what he needs to say.
That
No,
was
it is a
that's a great
well-known
jab. Thank you.
fact, right? Steam,
I'll get you a
Doesn't-
knife. I'll send it to you.
right? Steam has to go somewhere, right? So when you're boiling your water in your microwave, where's that steam going? It's going up into all the little crannies and all the little filaments where your lights are and everything. And eventually it will start to rust.
So
'Cause
in,
the-
in other words, David,
Stop.
when you boil your kettle,
Stop.
you're rusting out all the cabinets.
Yes.
No, because
Have you ever noticed that
Well,
we're
what's
not
the
going to
scope
debate
of
this
the
all
air?
day, but we're not going to debate this all day, but have you ever noticed that there is a fan on a microwave that actually there is a what's called a flow of the air? Air goes in one direction and it comes out another direction.
It comes out
So
the back.
yes, the heat does come out, and there is a fan that actually circulates the air. But at no
Okay.
time does that air
Only
go
when
back the other way.
Not in England.
Not in England.
Yeah. I've got my old microwave in the kitchen there waiting to be thrown out because I bought a new one, and the inside of it is rusty as hell.
Yeah.
Y'all got bad manufacturing over there. You ain't
Yeah,
buying
I don't know
nothing.
where are you buying this Chinese junk.
And
It's
Frank-
No, that's not even Chinese stuff.
It's
I
No.
don't know where they're buying it.
To
It's a-
be
it's a-
fair,
it's
I
actually-
did to have a microwave about a year and a half ago where the bottom did rust out on it.
Thank
Around
you.
the track. It was around the track that was on the turntable. It was
That-
the track slowly ate the paint away and it did start to rust. I had to get it over.
You tend to
Well,
find
I've been in
eventually-
this apartment for 16 years. Let me go set up a camera and take the microwave apart and show y'all there's no rust in my microwave.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this video.
It's
Well,
all
the-
about maintenance. If you drop
Yes.
water or you drop something in there,
Wipe
it
it
does
off.
have to be cleaned a little bit. If you see that there's wear and tear, you have to manage it. It's all about maintenance.
See,
Just keep saying propaganda, and it's crazy that people.
Hey,
what
Justin, it's
people
just
think.
like when you go wipe your ass. Make sure there's no streaks when you leave.
one cup.
2 girls.
What's
Oh
it?
God, dude, that was nasty.
That's an
Oh.
old video.
Dude, I remember
Very old.
showing Matt and Jim that video for the first time on
Right.
a Laugh Live. Oh my God, it was hilarious. Them two were gagging. Or
There
no,
was a lot in that cup.
oh, that was. Oh. As
Yeah,
much
you
as I hated that video, I had to watch it.
Make it to taste. Yeah. Bag out. Oh, look, it's still steaming. One proper cup of tea. Delicious.
I honestly don't ever make tea, so
I don't drink tea.
the only tea I ever made as a kid was sun tea, not actual like
Tea.
boiling tea.
Tea and pumpkin pie. Yuck. I don't drink tea. I don't eat pumpkin pie.
No.
What about Trump? What do you use, Lance? Tea and crumpets?
About a cup of tea.
Yeah, I'll eat the crumpets and pour the tea down the toilet.
That's one thing I never can drink is tea. I've tasted a couple times. I tried again because now I'm older. I said I'll give it another try, and no.
No.
Yeah, that's me too,
Right.
Frank. I've tried it as an adult as well, and
Okay.
just,
Frank, Lance, if you come over to the UK, make sure you get a cup of tea because we make it properly. We don't boil it in the microwave. We don't fry the fucking tea bag. We don't fry the milk. We don't curdle the milk in the fucking microwave either. We make it proper and it tastes pocker.
okay. That's probably my problem.
You see, that's the
Okay.
problem. When you put your milk in your cup and into the microwave, that milk is curdling straight away. Just wrong.
Well,
We
I've
have,
never
we have
ever
cows
put
that give
milk
you
Okay,
in it.
non-curdling milk.
Well, yeah, boiled milk tastes horrible in tea.
But let me
Yes.
tell you something. If I have to fly all the way to UK to get a cup of tea and I like it, it's going to be friggin' expensive for me to get a second cup because now I'm going to have to go there every time to get a cup of tea.
No, because I'll tell you what we'll do, Frank. You
Yeah,
come
go
on here,
show.
if you like it, I will buy you a kettle and you can take it back with you and you can make a proper cup of tea and show Joe how to do it and let Joe taste it and then Joe will want a kettle, but he can buy his fucking own.
We have kettles here in Canada, you know. We do have technology here in Canada. It's just how you use it is different.
Yeah,
No, look.
technology in America.
Okay, I'll start doing the tea in my electric kettle.
Joe, what about
Don't
deep
put the tea
frying?
bags in the kettle, Joe.
Joe, what
No,
about
it's
you
got a
you
spout
don't.
for it.
You got to dip your tea bag. You got to dip that bag. You don't boil a
No,
bag.
I got an electric kettle. It's got a place you put the tea bag in and drop in first.
Oh, really?
That's not a kettle. That's an abomination.
You know,
He's
I
gonna
think my
make-
problem was
He's going
I
to
cut
make
the
it in
tea
a fucking
bag open.
teapot.
Says it was made in the UK.
No, it wasn't.
Joe, I'm thinking about maybe deep frying some tea bags first.
Yeah,
Now
like,
you got a point.
now I want to see that fucking video.
Yeah.
Because in Louisiana, we deep fry everything.
Yeah, it's
That might
true.
work.
Watch become
surprised
some
you can't
national
get-
craze.
I'm surprised you can't get deep fried tea in Scotland.
We can deep fry the tea bags and then
Don't
take
give
the
him
tea
any
bags
idea.
and put them in the microwave after that.
You can get deep fried Mars bars in Scotland.
They'll deep fry anything in fucking Scotland.
Yeah.
In fact, my local chippy now, any chocolate bar or biscuit you take in, they'll deep fry it for you.
Yep, just dip it in batter and deep fry it.
You can go to the Strawberry Festival here and get deep fried butter.
Chippy fries.
Deep fried butter. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
The deep
Deep
fried ice
butter.
cream over here.
So what the fuck?
Deep fried mozzarella sticks are all right.
So
Yeah,
David,
I got
I
those too, but I'll put those in the microwave too.
have my green screen up, David. A big gray cloud just flew over,
See it.
and you should see a silhouette of me in gray.
Oh, you inside out as well?
These guys are letting me cross a real busy street. That was nice of them. Okay.
Yeah. Also, Frank, yeah, you need to know,
Thank you.
right? Us Canadians and British, we know how to put our clothes on. The Americans don't.
That's because we have servants for
Oh,
Go
in
Lisa
Joe-
Packers.
in Joe's
Well,
defense,
if we have to put it on a dress, we know which side to put it on. So y'all, we understand.
You know.
Ask you a question, Joe. Are you religious?
No, I'm
You-
spiritual, not religious.
Spiritual? You believe in Jesus and God?
Yes, I do.
If you believe in Jesus, you believe in men wearing dresses because he wore a dress.
He wore a robe.
He wore a robe.
Check again. He
Oh,
wore a dress.
that. There we go.
There we go. It's all how you call it.
He wore a robe.
And Irish people don't wear underwears underneath their kilts, right?
Scottish.
Now the Roman
that's
soldiers wore
Scottish.
That's
kilts like
Scottish.
dresses.
Yeah, you don't want to do upskirting on a Scottish man.
I've never seen Carry On Up the Khyber.
Oh, fucking hell. I don't think they'll have seen any of the Carry On films. Donald may have. Oh, matron.
Now y'all laughing about
Janice
y'all
is
laughing.
deep fried butter.
Yeah, y'all laughing about the deep fried butter, but what they actually do is they take like a pancake batter and they coat it real good and deep fry it so it comes out like a pancake with a little thin thing of butter in it. So all it is just like the pancake batter deep fried, real buttery.
Right, that black
Well, that's
thing
very
that
good.
Bailey was on about, it is disgusting because all it is sheep blood.
What?
Black pudding.
Yeah, that's gross.
I don't think it's always sheep.
No, it's just, well, it is. It's supposed to be sheep blood originally, and it's Scottish. The English are having no fucking responsibility for that shit.
It's what they call a blood sausage.
That's called boudin in Louisiana.
It's called at that
Dang.
time of the month.
Also,
Yeah,
a
that
boudin
was that was blood
is-
sausage in
is a
Louisiana.
blood sausage, is it? Right.
It's called boudin.
Boudin.
You go to Raceland, Louisiana, and they got a couple places there that still do the blood part of it. Most of the time now you don't have the true boudin blood sausage, but there's a couple places in Raceland, Louisiana, still do it. And I won't eat that
Sounds
shit.
gross.
That's nasty.
Yeah, it's like a congealed blood with fat and barley in it.
Yeah, I'd rather just have the stuff with the rice and the meat and all the spices and all that like that instead of having most of the blood.
No, black pudding's nice.
Oh, it's not. It's
Especially with some Coleman's English mustard on it.
Well, you know, when you got two of them from the UK, one of them saying it's nice and the other one saying it sucks, it must suck.
No, he's only saying that because he's a vegetarian and he doesn't eat meat products.
correct. But I wouldn't eat it even if I wasn't. I mean, I ain't no vampire.
In fact, you can get white sausage, white puddings as well up in Scotland.
Yeah, no. I won't be surprised you can't get a deep fried one at all.
Well, of course they deep fried. But yeah, everything that's deep fried is coated in a batter. And the fact that pancake batter's the same as, or pretty much the same as normal batter. In fact, Yorkshire puddings are made out of the same stuff too.
Change the subject just slightly. Mark, is Scheffler going to win the U.S. Open?
I haven't the foggiest idea. I won't be
That's not the
surprised.
answer I wanted. Either a simple yes or no.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's come back into form again with a vengeance, hasn't he, the past few weeks?
And he won the PGA, did well in the Masters,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to win two majors in one season. It's doable.
Unless you're Tiger, yeah.
Yeah. And Brooks, I think, did it a couple years ago, didn't he? Koepka.
Did he?
I think he won two in one season. I have to go back and look.
Yeah, I agree there, Lon. I do agree there. Those days are over.
I don't think he can win back-to-back tournaments. Too hard.
When you're dealing with small numbers of a 1% growth rate this year, not 1.2% over.
And the five guys I bet with, the first guy that, and we pick out of a hat to see who picks first. And the first guy's probably going to pick Scotty, is my guess.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't want to pick first because I'll be pressured to pick Scotty, and I don't think he's going to win it. But you're stupid not to, because he's probably going to be the odds-on favorite. And then McIlroy. And both
go
of them
with
have won
McIlroy.
this year. So chance of either of them winning two in a season are not likely.
Hi, Lon. Didn't realise he was in as well.
I have no idea who just waved at me. But she had a bikini on, Joe.
There you go. I had a bunch of them in bikinis waving at me yesterday when I was flying the drone. But they were actually waving at the drone and weren't waving at me.
Yeah, there was actually waving at you, saying your shirt's inside out.
Oh, they couldn't see me.
You didn't get flashed again, did you?
No, I didn't. Not yesterday. That's got to be like a tick paw, or like one of Like in the end of this month, they've got the races in New Orleans. I'm going shoot. That's the powerboat races. And if you could find, they're going to be docked around vulnerable boat launches where they're going to dock them. So I guarantee you, it all depends. It's not like a poker run. It's probably just going to be the teams that race the boats, the ones that are enclosed. So you're not going to see as many.
Or just fly down Bourbon Street at midnight.
Shoot, you go down Bourbon Street anytime you get shot. I'm not going down there anymore. No reason to be on Bourbon Street. Until the city wakes up and they start taking control of the city back. I don't even want to go in New Orleans. I got some things I want to fly down there, like the twin bridges over the Mississippi River. I want to fly that because they got the new fluorescent light, LED lights all on it. I want to go do that, at nighttime. But shoot, I'd have to bring a cop with me.
That bad down there?
Yeah, it's bad. If I'm down there on my own, if I'm just doing something down there where I can pay attention, I'd be fine because you're paying attention. But if you have you have something that's taking your focus away, you're a sitting duck. It's just you become a target.
I could sort that street out for you in a second. Just give them all a proper cup of tea made with a kettle.
There you go.
Chill the fuck out, guys.
Man, that won't work. It's not the same crowd it used to be tourists that hung out down there. Now it's a bunch of radical punks and just people that shouldn't even be in a car.
How can you avoid organ meats? Kidneys are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll stick to me veggie curry.
Start reading it, Paul.
In fact, the cafe I go to does a liver and kidney curry, and
Yeah.
that with a potato and kidney bean curry as well. It's lovely.
They're having some kind of car show down there because they got the little look like midgets.
Just a little meetup, I would imagine.
Like midgets.
Petrolheads.
Looks like Alfa Romero, huh?
No, the midget MG.
MG.
Yeah, but thought one of the other ones looked like a midget. The second one.
All right, guys, I'm gonna keep cleaning and keep doing what I was doing here before I jumped in. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good day.
Later.
Take care, Frank.
Okay, see you, Francois.
Hey, Justin, yesterday they were showing the people jumping in front of the ICE agents as they were leaving, and they had the other ones shooting the pepper things to keep them away, right?
Yeah,
And one of the guys in the car moving, and the guy's running backwards with the car, with them right in front, right? And he keeps trying to swerve out the way and out the way. He finally hits the guy. Guy hits the ground. He backs up and just takes off around him. Left him on the ground. That's a Corvair right there.
Yep.
See, that looks like
that
AMG
old one is
right
a
there.
Triumph. I think that's a Triumph.
That's what I mean. It looks like a Triumph.
Yep, Triumph.
Trump. A
Yeah,
Trump.
Joe, you've got something in common with that JB that's in the chat.
What?
He used to play in a marching band.
He went to New Orleans in high school and was with marching band to he went to New Orleans with a marching band to play Jazz Fest. I have never seen any police drunk down here. And I'm always around them because of what I do. Yeah, I'm with them all for Mardi Gras, all the major events when I'm down shooting pictures. I've never seen any of them that aren't professional and doing their job. Even in the quarter, when I have gone to the quarter. I've been doing it. I've been doing it 50 years. They might have been partying along with everybody else, dancing with them, but they weren't drinking.
Okay, guys, I'm coming up to my house, returning from my walk. I think I'm gonna pack it in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pack it in too, because I'm gonna go see if the wind's blowing by the tugboat.
Okay, we can pack it in. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see all of you later again today.
Don't forget, make your tea in the kettle.
Yep. Make
I've got to-
your tea